Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to a Requiem in London. In this particular scene, Mr. Goodman has invited Nikolai to a meeting spot amongst the Ordo territory to discuss, well, life. You know, Nikolai hasn't been as apt as used to be, so he is concerned about him, which is a mixture of his own legitimate concern and probably also the blood bond making him think more about him as well. And as asked, and waits patiently, yeah, can't talk, and waits patiently in his bigger clothes, his more hopefully blending attire, as he is still very much wanted by the local authorities. But this is important and not safe to speak about on the phone.
All right. So Nikolai, in his um, full grandeur, and by full grandeur I mean no grandeur at all, comes strolling in to um, the alleyway with um at first it looks like without a care in the world. However, underneath it all, you can see his eyes subtly shifting back and forth, keeping an eye out for anything, watching the shadows, and just being quiet and careful.
When Julian sees him, he actually has a genuine smile on his face and walks over to him and presents his hand. So I'm glad you can make it, Nikolai.
Nikolai will take it and go, Comrade, how have you been?
The knights have been treating me better,
This is a good thing.
and he kind of gestures at Nikolai and says, "I highly doubt anybody's watching us. I'm surprised since I see your eyes going east and west. You didn't, let's just say, be a bit more quiet to meet me here."
It was quite before walking in the alleyway. I figured I owe you the common courtesy at least not to suddenly just appear.
He nods that. I appreciate that. So tell me, Nick.
Mhm. I am not the one people watch. Yeah?
He nods to that. And he says, "Tell me, Nikolai, how has your tail chasing been doing? I haven't heard from you in quite some time."
Slow work.
"Hmm, I see. Hmm. Care to well, talk to me about it?" He seems genuinely interested.
Nikolai will tilt his head side to side, thinking over, and then slowly go, I am observing a particular individual right now. I am taking my time looking for cracks in the, how you Englishmen say, walls, I guess. It is not that, it is a, pauses for a second as he thinks over again. Process that takes time, yeah? It's not something we want to rush. Tip my hand too, tip our hand too soon, and things may quickly go south.
No, I understand. Well, I hope that your endeavors go well. So, oh, I also called you on this particular night because there has been, well, let's just say, a occurrence or an incident that should be discussed.
Raises his eyebrow.
What do you know, if you've been studying him, about our prince?
Pauses for a sec. Goes thinking over what to say, and then goes, he is reported to be a maquette like myself of the uh, Invictus, a neonite. Nate chews his lip for a sec for continuing. However, he has demonstrated powers outside of the neonates, as well as may not be fully in control of his own self.
He nods. He states later. Julian will state then. I've also been told that he has been impersonating another person, the sheriff, to be exact.
I would say it's more the other way around.
Hmm. So you are aware of it then?
Gives a small shrug.
Hmm. Well, I've been told about some unsettling information about our prince and the city in general. And it came to my attention. You never really told me why we want to attack this particular security building that you asked me to come with you with.
Um, he'll say, blink at that, and goes, to be frank, I thought it was quite obvious. The building is go- um the building is the security I'm going after is Gauntlet.
And
They what is his response to that?
no, he just nods to that.
They are the Invictus's fighting force.
And and again he nods. But I'm curious. Before even the war started, you wanted me to help you with that. And all I could remember is that either you got some information to give a proper reason to attack the place, or you said you were doing it for a favor for somebody. I can't remember exactly.
Well, the reasoning is simple. Then Prince decided that, or he'll pause for a sec, thinking of how to word this properly. The Prince tried to assassinate my sire. So, in response, I break his toys.
And it's that simple, right?
It is that simple for me.
Mm.
Besides of which, when the sires, besides of which, Gauntlet itself is wealthy and has a lot of its own toys. I am always strapped for cash. Seems like an interesting thievery job.
He nods to that, and that's the only reason why we're attacking this place.
No, that's the primary reason. There are plenty of other reasons.
Care to elaborate?
Well, for one reason, it's to pull the teeth before they pull the teeth of the um pull the teeth of the corporation before it can cause any more problems. I, for one, do not like to see so much death and destruction. As long as the Invictus have this backing, this support, it'll cause problems. It'll prolong the war. This is something that should not be done, especially with the birds knocking at the front gate. Or would be picking at the front gate. Front gate. Pecking or knocking?
Well, pecking can still lead into knocking, but I get your point.
Ah, I see.
Uh, there's a look on Julian's face, but it subsides and just kind of again nods in confirmation. Then I think it'd be
Is there
best.
something give raises an eyebrow at the look and goes, Is there something else that you're not telling me?
Hmm, I was asked to ask more questions, so I did.
I'm going to use seem to glance above you as I'm going to scan your links.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me just roll this real quick. This is using my bloodline devotion. So, who asked you to ask this?
Mm, technically, with several people, um, but you would see, or the beast would interpret it. Which for one of them, I think you heard.
This is an Auspex.
Oh, this is an Auspex.
No, this is me scanning your links. I'm seeing the chains and reading who they are.
No, okay. Then um, you would definitely see just a variety of gangrel faces. Two you should recognize as Damien and Dr. Moreau.
All right. One second. I'm just doing some calculations here
Mhm.
before you give me actual answers. Or I accept those answers. Sorry. This is do. And that 9 gets rolled again. So that is 2 successes. So he'll go. Let me see, and what? Yeah, and he'll just nod slowly. Does this have anything to do with the clan meetings?
He looks at him a bit more with a bit more focus, Hmm. and he'll simply say, "Yes."
Nods at that. I do not understand why this is a matter of suspicion, though. I have thought I was fairly upfront with those I talked to about it.
There has been new information gathered, and not everybody has seen your face or heard your words. People are on edge. The war makes people paranoid, so they want some reassurance.
Nods at that and goes, "Oh, new information. No, I am always looking for new information. Perhaps if I know this information, I can clear some stuff up."
Then I would find either Miss Moreau or Damien. You would get the clear them. You would get the most clarity from them.
I will keep this in mind.
But I said I asked my questions. They can't say that I didn't. They felt that I was being a sheep and not making sure what I was getting into. But as I told them, I was doing this in a favor for you. There wasn't much need to ask a lot of questions. We were attacking a prince facility. We were at war with the prince. Not much else to debate about.
Nods at that as he'll study Julian's face and goes, "I thank you for that. I thank you for your trust. You know, how have you been?"
Slowly recovering.
"Slowly? The You mentioned last time that you were starting up a clinic, yes?"
I'm trying to, but nothing's off the ground yet. Main thing right now is I've established at least a new base of operations.
"Yes, there is. And you've been able to keep yourself hidden goodly?"
I haven't had any reports yet, but I felt that way last time, so it doesn't mean much.
Have you thought about taking on a new discipline? I knew you do not wish to hide from others the way you currently do, or hide from others the way others have offered to change your face. However, given your situation, you cannot move freely amongst the mortal world as you are now. There is a solution to that, a quite simple one. Find someone to teach you obfuscation.
uh, I'm very sure I could possibly find a teacher, but the payment is what concerns me. What would a teacher want in trade?
I'd offer to teach you myself, but you know this cost.
Out of character, because it's been a minute. I don't know what that would be. What would he
You
want?
have to drink the blood.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Hey,
He does have an addiction.
I actually made a save recently, so I do not have the addiction anymore.
Ah,
Part, but I am still blood bonded, so I am still
yeah,
trying to play that out.
yeah.
Julian kind of said, "Not, it's not a harsh reaction, but he shakes his head." I said, "I think we are intimate enough for my liking."
Gives a small shrug and goes, "It's the lack of an actual offer. Besides of which," or pauses for a sec. Oh, goes, "Though to play the devil advocate, this would protect you from others who wish to use your blood against you."
Well, as far as I can tell, nobody has my blood, but a lot of people have my face.
Hence, the reasoning obfuscation may be a solution.
I'm
The
very
other option is during my studies, I've heard of rumors of protein being used in a more advanced way. Yeah?
depends. There's all types of rumors of how protein can be used.
You use the shape shifting discipline. I'm not 100% familiar with it, but that is a path to look at.
I've been doing my studies. Uh, as far as I can tell, right now, at least maybe if I took some time to develop it, but I have a good feeling due to my own just very nature. Yeah, it's not going to present itself in a way to be more hidden, but I'll see what I can do.
And like I said, Ofsky is your most likely best bet.
Well, maybe I can find a teacher that has a more amiable price.
Well, I wish you luck on that.
Thank you.
And but if worst comes to worst, my offer will always stand.
He, you could tell he's chewing on the inside of his mouth,
Yeah.
but he nods.
Chewing like uncomfortable or chewing like trying to decide or chewing.
More that he's uncomfortable, or
Alright. Nikolai won't push that matter then. Thinks for a moment, then goes, "Perhaps one of the other disciplines also has, or not disciplines, one of the other mysteries has a solution as well."
well, the previous keeper does owe me a favor. She might be able to help me with this.
Nods at that, thinking it over and going, "The keepers, or This circle definitely has the power. I've heard they can do strange and mysterious things with their magic.
Indeed.
Just be wary of this ghost, yeah? Blood magic is called blood magic for a reason.
You know, it's sad. Well, I hope that she is an honorable woman and she won't try to do anything true or untowards to me. We have a deal.
Nods at that.
And that facility as well. So, do please tell me when you wish to strike at that place. I've been
Hmm.
asked to deal with some other Ordo duties, and I don't want to be injured when you need me.
Nods at that and goes, "It should be in the next month or so. Once I have satisfied my information gathering.
He nods to that.
By that point, I may have a solution to your blood demands as well."
So, if it was for the war, I would be feeding relatively comfortably right now.
Yes, well, the war has affected all of us in ways untold.
Indeed.
He'll offer his hand, seeing as this conversation has run its course.
And Julia would, well, shake it firmly.
All right. And he'll step back and go, "We'll be in contact soon." As he seems to just sort of fade from your mind. There's um still that nagging presence that draw to him from the blood bond, but at the same time, in your frontal lobe, he just becomes unremarkably uninteresting as he stands up and walks away.
And with that, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good morning, evening, or night.